Errani and Vavassori.
Well, a very warm welcome back to the RAC Arena and the final match of this tie between Italy and France, and of day 5 of the United Cup here in Perth. No night session tonight, so these guys are the finishing act. It's an opportunity to look at, frankly, the best mixed doubles team in the world in Sara Errani and Vavassori, reigning champions at 2 of the 4 majors. And a great young talent here in Rakotomanga Rajaonah. Sarah is the name she also goes by. And her veteran partner here, Roger-Vasselin, representing France. Confirmation that all is done and dusted in Group C. Switzerland are the champions. They progressed through to the quarterfinals. Italy had a chance today of qualifying for the quarters as the best runner-up across the 3 groups here in Perth, but I'm afraid Flavia Gaboli's defeat by Rinderknech in that nail-biter first up today put paid to those hopes.
Hello, this is Sienna. She's going to do the coin toss for us. Okay, just a quick few reminders. Live VLC, so the close calls are shown automatically. We have video reviews, so if there's any situations you'd like to see again, just let me know. We'll try to get that on the big screen. Apart from that, 25 seconds on the clock. Please, you know, just pay attention to that if you go for the towels or something. Apart from that, we have the special red button. The captains get to press that 1 time in the match, and it will be very clear. Any questions from your end? No? Okay. Well, are you ready? Okay, who would you like to ask? I think you said Italy earlier, so let's... She forgot. Okay, show the coin. So we have AO or player? AO, so now you can do it, coin toss. Yeah. Nice. And it is AO, good choice. First serve. First to serve, yeah. And then first photo that way, if you go right in the middle here, and then also afterwards that way. Thank you so much.
They're the stars of the show, really, the Hot Shots kids, and I love the way you can always see the parents standing off to the side, proudly taking photos. It's always a really lovely moment. Coin toss done. Warm-up underway. I'm Catherine Ridgecott, alongside me John Fitzgerald. We have Ryan Harrison down at courtside as well. Fitzy, I'm a big fan of Errani Vavassori. I'd love any opportunity to watch them play.
Well, in a way, they're a bit like Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, aren't they? A little bit of an odd couple, where one is short, one is very lanky, one is... They play differently. One serves quite differently than the other. It's an interesting combination, and to get it all together, they need some skill. So, yeah, good fun and good characters.
Ryan, we've all become experts, haven't we, over the last few days in finding polite ways to describe the Sara Errani serve.
Well, I think given the way that it was playing out the last match, we were having to be creative with finding polite ways. She didn't hold serve in the previous match, but you know, usually when they play together, they're able to kind of cover it up a bit better. You don't have the pedigree that they have as a mixed doubles team without being able to hold her serve. So they're typically pretty creative on the ways that they get Vavassori involved, and he's got very good hands at the net, so that helps a lot. But the French pairing over there, they're very, very accomplished in the doubles court as well, and it'll be a tough matchup here.
Yeah, absolutely. And this French pair have already had a run out at this United Cup. They took on the Swiss team a couple of nights ago. They weren't successful, but Belinda Bencic, nobody can get past her at this United Cup so far. Not on the singles court and not on the doubles court. So that is Vavassori there. Doubles ranking of 14, 10 ATP doubles titles, 3 mixed doubles titles with Sara Errani. It just works between these two. Sara Errani seemingly evergreen. She's been a top 5 player in the world in singles. She's now coach to Jasmine Paolini. There is no hat this woman cannot wear.
Well, she was a heck of a player, wasn't she, at her peak? And I think it's fair to say that was a little while ago, but to make a final of a Grand Slam singles, that speaks for itself. So what a player she's been, and same with the young lady she's coaching now, who's also made the French Open final, and what a journey they've both had.
Yeah, and she's not done yet, Sara Errani. She's got no thoughts of retirement. And look, you can go and go in doubles these days.
Yeah, well, you can. It's sort of a modern phenomenon, isn't it, really? It didn't enter your head to do that years and years ago. And then I noticed on the men's tour there was a few guys playing at 40 years of age, and I thought, wow, that's a bit different, a bit strange, but it's become more of a common occurrence. And no reason you can't do it on the women's tour either.
Yeah, Edouard Roger-Vasselin is 42 years of age. Andrea Vavassori only 30. We could be seeing him for another decade and a half.
Gee, he's a youngster.
In a doubles game, that's very young, actually.
Absolutely.
I had a treat earlier interviewing Edouard. I hadn't really met him, but I played in the same time frame as his dad, Christophe Roger-Vasselin, and I want to send Christophe hellos if he's listening. Apparently he had a hip operation recently. I don't know whether it was this week, it could have been, and I hope he's okay. For his information, I had one in March myself, so I know what it's like. But he made a semi-final of the French Open, Edouard's dad, way back in 1983, lost to Yannick Noah, the year Yannick won. And yeah, a good memory. So it was nice to eventually get to speak to him and get to know him a little bit.
Still the last French man to win a major title.
There you go. Okay.
When will that change?
Well, that's an amazing stat to me. I mean, they've had so many good players over the journey, and like large numbers in the top 100 in the world over time. But they just, yeah, it's funny, since Yannick in the singles, they haven't had someone since '83. I'm sure that's right off the top of my head. And wow, it's too long.
So much talent.
And flair. Don't you love the way a French tennis player plays, with all their flair and their versatility and variety, skill?
They got high hopes for young Artifice, don't they? But he is having chronic back issues, which is tough to see at a young age. We're seeing that quite a few young players on the men's tour. Jack Draper struggling. He was supposed to play here in Perth. Couldn't recover from his bone bruising in the arm in time. João Fonseca just pulled out of his scheduled first tournament of the year. So we wish them all well. On the women's side, though, we get to have a look over the course of this match at Sarah Rakotomanga Rajaonah, the Madagascar-born French woman, 20 years of age, already won a WTA title. She is a prospect for the future of French women's tennis. 20 years of age, 117 in the world, targeting breaking the top 100 this year, which, if she stays healthy, I suspect she'll do quite quickly.
Andrea Vavassori representing Team Italy to serve. Play. Love 15.
Well, guys, you hit the nail on the head there. Someone once told me the best ability is availability. Being healthy is so underrated. You can work so hard, but if you don't have the body holding up, you can't do anything out there. Kat, I got to tip my cap to you. That pronunciation was incredibly well done. That's a long name. That's a mouthful. So incredibly impressive with your full-on enunciation of that.
Look, Ryan, we're in the booth here with someone who's actually educated. Well, I'll speak for myself. I know you've got an education too.
No, Fitzy, I'm following your lead as always. That's why we hang out. I try to pick up on some things.
Sounds like Ryan needs to get a life, Kath. I mean, he's hanging out with me. I mean, come on, mate, you can do so much better.
You're here all hours of the day, Fitzy. There's no way to not hang out with you here.
Nowhere to hide.
lovely from
Game,
Errani.
Team Italy.
Canny, isn't she?
First game.
Fitzy, I always love to kind of pick your brain a little bit. Can you think of a situation other than this Errani-Paolini situation where someone was still actively playing on the doubles court and playing with the person they were coaching? The last one I can remember was maybe Paul Annacone and Pete Sampras when Paul was playing with Pete at the very end of his career, and Pete was just starting, obviously eventually transitioned to full-time coach. Am I correct in thinking that? Is there anyone else that you can remember?
Well, not off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a few. There has to be. It should be an easier question than the one that was posed the other day about Stefano Caboli and how he played against Stan Wawrinka, and then his son was playing against him, and who else had ever done that? And it turned out that Ramanathan and Ramesh Krishnan had played Raul Ramirez.
Yep.
And I wouldn't think there's too many of those examples where a father-son had played against the same person. But let me think about it, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's now with the doubles game the way it is, you know, I'm 33 years of age, and there's guys who I was playing against that were older than me. You know, they were in their late 20s, early 30s when I was kind of getting going in my young 20s, and they're still going in the doubles game.
I think there have been situations where ex-player coaches have sort of taken the odd wild card here and there. I mean, Leighton Hewitt's still up for a wild card.
But this is
when available.
This is a full-time partnership, right, for the year. If I'm not mistaken, Errani and Paolini, they're due to play doubles throughout the year together, correct? And also be coaching alongside at the same time. Is that the plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Paolini and Errani play a little less than they used to in terms of week in, week out. But I expect them to play the majors together, and certainly Errani and Vavassori will play as much as they can.
What about fathers and sons that play together? Because I can give you one off the top of my head. Leighton Hewitt and Cruz Hewitt played in a Challenger.
Yeah.
It might have been, was it a Futures? I think it was a Challenger recently. And that's a bit of an unusual occurrence.
Sure, I've seen that before. There are, there are plenty of examples of fathers and sons both being pro. Phil and Taylor Dent.
Fred and Sandon Stolly.
This is a fun game.
The court is. That's my guy. We have Peter out there, and
oh yes,
Great shot.
That's a good sign, because those weren't coming off the other night, were they, for Errani?
She likes the pace, I think, here. Very short backswing. And that's a big racket face in the modern racket. You've got a bit of control with that, plenty of strings there to make contact with the ball, and perfectly executed.
Game, Team France.
I saw that Emmanuel Ivanisevic was playing at a low level the other day. The youngest, the young son of Goran Ivanisevic, of course.
Does he have a cannon like Goran did? That's what I want to know.
Do you know, I remember being at a Champions Tour event with Goran probably about 15 years ago now, and Emmanuel would have been a toddler, and I was astonished at his hand-eye coordination. So.
Normally don't like those guys with talent, you know.
So annoying, isn't it?
You cannot not like Goran, though. What a good guy.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see him back coaching again. He must have taken a few calls, I'd imagine.
I bet.
Waiting for the right opportunity. He was here in Perth this time last year with Elena Rybakina. That didn't pan out brilliantly. Had a brief spell with Stefanos Tsitsipas. Also didn't pan out brilliantly.
Gee, that The grunt that she makes on the serve makes that serve seem faster than it really is.
That's part of the effect.
That would be a bit
Part of the
disconcerting.
illusion. You're getting sucked into the Sara Errani web.
Gee, you think this is going to be big?
She's nearing her first hold of 2026, so stand by. This could be big.
Good to see a young player there get involved in the point. Sarah, they're making the right move, and you know, it's a confidence builder. It means you feel like you belong. You've got presence. You know, people are, you know, when you're a youngster, when you're a young player learning to play at this level, it's a great sign for me.
This is great experience for her, isn't it?
Take that.
It is possible that Ryan Harrison has jinxed the Sara Errani serve.
Oh, no.
Ryan, it only happens in Australia when you've got to learn, mate. You know, you get ahead of yourself about stuff like this. Be careful.
I'll take responsibility for this one. She's still got a life in this game, though. 2 consecutive points here. I'm not backing her for 2 aces, but maybe Vavassori can get involved.
Well, he let her down on the 30 love point, didn't he? Well, the Ryan Harrison jinx is very real, and it's France that take the early advantage, 2-1. The French bench is full. In fact, the Italian bench is pretty full as well. Very sad-looking Flavio Caboli is still down there. He's eaten his sad plate of rice. He's cutting a sorry figure, is Flavio Caboli just now.
Yeah, that was one that got away today. It would have made things very interesting this afternoon if he'd put out a Rinderknech away. He just couldn't quite do it, could he?
Someone give that man a hug.
Well, he's young. He'll learn. And he's got a long way to go in his learning journey.
He's got a nice energy about him, Luca Puig, doesn't he, as a coach?
Seems like a nice young man. Yeah, you know him well?
Not really, but obviously watched his career, followed his story over the last few years, which has been a tough one. He struggled in the pandemic, didn't he? Talked about mental health issues. Had a brief comeback after that, before eventually retiring. But I think he's got a lot still to give to tennis.
15.
I get the feeling Edouard thought that delayed grunt there put him off a little bit. He did a double take back at Sarah Errani then after he missed that ball. Look, he shouldn't have missed it. It was a pretty simple volley, but maybe he felt like it put him off a bit.
I would suggest he needs to get used to it.
Yep. Well, maybe it was just, he wasn't ready for it. I'm sure he'll get used to it.
32.
I mean, that is just how this Italian team roll. They don't mind getting under people's skins. Happy to play the bad cops out there.
Well, the potential movement there of Vavassori put young Sarah a bit confusing. They're both Sarahs here. Put the youngster off, though. She went for too much across court, too much angle when she thought Vavassori was going to move.
Let second set. Game team.
There's the break back.
2 games.
So all square in this opening set. Vavassori about to serve. Let's head down to Ryan, who I think is with Arthur Rinderknech.
Yeah, I'm down here with Arthur. First of all, incredible match earlier today. How awesome was it for you to get 2 really pretty epic matches to start the year?
Yeah, I guess it's a good preparation for the Australian Open for sure. 3 hours and 20, I think, pretty much both of them. So at least I got one on my side under my belt, so it's better than 0, and hopefully we'll be able to get a team win after the mixed double.
Yeah, it's been a great match for you guys. 2 really incredible encounters against Switzerland and then now here against Team Italy. Were you aware that you were Team Argentina's favorite person today?
I heard something. I got tagged on Twitter or something that yeah, they were cheering for me to win at least one point to qualify Argentina. So yes, I knew about it a little bit, but you know, we were more focused on ourselves and trying to get the best results for France today.
Well, if you look back to 2025, it was a breakout season for you. Obviously, that incredible matchup against your cousin in the finals of Shanghai. Coming off of that season, that was a breakthrough year for you. Do you have any specific goals for 2026?
No, not really. Just trying to keep on, you know, improving and settling things up, you know, to get better, and trying to see what the future is for me, you know, and. There will be some losses, there will be some wins, some not too good matches, some better matches, but it's a process, and I'll try to keep on building from this second part of the season last year, yes.
Yeah, well, all the best for 2026. Thanks for joining us, and have a great AO.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we talked about the talent in French tennis. There's plenty of talent in the Rinderknech family alone. He played the finals of Shanghai, as Ryan was saying there, against his cousin, Valentin Vachereau. He seemed to come out of nowhere and win that title. And the French player, Chloé Paquet, also a cousin of Arthur Rinderknech. And who knows, there may be other talented, undiscovered Rinderknech cousins that we don't yet know about. Errani Vavassori, 3-2, opening set. Luca Puy distributing snacks on the French team bench. I wonder if, when the day is done, they might sample a bit of Western Australian wine. These are some of the vineyards of Perth and the surrounding areas. Beautiful wine regions. What are the speciality grapes in this region, or types of wine, Fitzy?
Cabernet Merlot, Chardonnay.
Two biggies.
Yeah, two biggies. Yeah, two popular ones. Very famous for those in the Margaret River.
Well, that sounds just great. Margaret River about 3 to 4 hours south of Perth, that right?
Yeah, maybe not that far. Maybe 3 hours, I think.
That's nothing in
not
this
more,
part of the
I don't
world.
think. It's been a while since I've been down there. I'm not from this state, but it's magnificent down there. You know, it's a place you always want to go again and visit.
Non, je suis d'accord, mais c'est...
Time.
Sorry, Errani was having a little chat with umpire Julie Kendley there on the way back to the baseline. Not quite sure what about. She's not afraid to make herself known, Sarah Errani.
Well, she's got never-ending enthusiasm, and it's a great asset if you want to compete.
Yeah, she loves tennis. There is no doubting that at all. Best dressed of the day, definitely the woman wearing the Italian pizza hat. Oh, it's a lovely shot from Vavassori.
15.
He sees gaps on the court that you don't realise are there. Clever shot down the middle from Roger-Vasselin.
40-13. Game, Team France.
Good hold from France.
3 games.
A big opportunity here because Sarah Errani
Yeah.
out to serve.
What I don't want here is Ryan to put a mozza on. Ooh.
Good movement at the net from Vavassori.
I think if you've got a ground stroke down this end of the court and you know Vavassori's close to the net, if the ball's short in the court, you can't lob. If it's a bit deeper and it has a bit more bounce, you can use that as an option. But you've got to be, I mean, assuming that he's going most of the time. And if you're good enough to hit it in the alley, Ryan, I think you and I could put that volley away. He's that close to the net.
Guys, I don't want to make any comment right now, considering I jumped in last time at 30 love. So I'm gonna see myself out until the conclusion of this game.
All right, fair enough.
It feels like there's two separate contests going on here, isn't there? Is who wins the match and can Sara Errani hold serve? Three game points coming up.
So when you're returning, if they serve wide to you, there's maybe less likelihood he'll move. If they serve in the middle, there's probably more likelihood he'll move. So all of those little nuances you have to think about when you're returning serve. But that was just a fraction too good, that serve, actually. So you serve in the middle, he's more likely to move.
Why is that, Fitzy? Can you break that down for us?
That's just because of the angles of the court. So if you serve wide and you go, which he does a lot, by the way, as well, and leaves a huge area down the sideline sometimes. But if she serves in the middle here, look for him to... There you go. Excellent smash from the youngster. She's got good technique, hasn't she? She has to improve her volleys a little bit. So she's still a bit tentative there as a young player. But I like her serve, and that overhead was excellent for a young kid. How good do you think she could be, Kath? Not sure?
I'm so wary of placing too much expectation on young shoulders. But a title at 19, which is what she did last year, you know, that's not an accident.
I think that this girl, by AO 2028, is a top 20 player. At her age and having already won a title. And
in 2 years.
In 2 years' time, I think she's a top 20 seed coming into the AO. That's my thoughts. Just there's nothing about her game that looks like there's any limitations technically. She seems to be a very fit player, in good shape. She's got good service action. I just can't see why this wouldn't continue to trend positively.
And she's one of those pesky left-handers, mate, you know? Unfair advantage. Should ban those left-handers, Kath.
It's a hold of the Sara Errani serve. That's why she's got a spring in her step. Italy head back to the bench at 4-3. I tell you what, Rajaonah, at 20 years of age, there is a really exciting little group of WTA players at or around that age. You've got Alexandra Ayala from the Philippines, Janice Chen, Victoria Mboko, who won the title in Canada last year, 1000 event.
Gee, she looked good. I saw 6 or 8 games of her in Sydney during the week. Wow, she's an interesting prospect.
Heck of a talent, and a great personality too.
I've always felt like the waves happen around the same year. It seems like that competition is a healthy competition and people tend to push each other, especially at the junior ranks when you see someone who gets to the top of the world in juniors and they're having these competitive matches. against players who are of similar age. And it seems like those sorts of competitions within practice and within the grouping of your year, it feels like to me it happens together.
Who was in your little cohort, Ryan?
Yeah, so Dominic Thiem, 1 year younger than me. Milos Raonic, 2 years older, and then around my year we had guys like Bernard Tomic and Jack Sock and some guys who got to the top 10. Grigor was 1 year older than me. Now, these guys obviously weren't up there with Rafa and Roger and Novak and Andy Murray, but there was very few titles that were left for the rest of everyone else. Just to get one for a guy like Del Potro or Marin Cilic took a really big effort to have to take down at least 2 of the big 3, oftentimes at least 2 of them to try and win a major.
Well, Dominic Thiem finally did it in that age category. They were rare though, weren't they, in that era? See, he has to put that away or he's going to lose the point, doesn't he? Well, not always, but a lot of the time.
If you fully sell out like that and you leave the rest of the court exposed, it's one of those moves that you know that you need to end the point on. Now, I think he was trying to end the point. He hit the top of the net here, but you can't make an aggressive move like this and end up both on the same side of the court and play that shot passively. There's just too much space exposed on the other side that you've left.
Yeah. He took 3 or 4 like giant steps across straight away there while she was hitting the ball, so it's a long way he's moving.
Well, there's, you talked about him being 30 years of age, and that seems like it's older in the singles years, but in the doubles years, it's actually quite young. Father Time is undefeated, right? And after 10 more years of Vavassori, he might not be quite as spry. We just saw him hit that jumping overhead that he can get quite high and elevated on. Now, he's got that ability to cover so much of the court, which I think is what makes them also a dominant mixed doubles team, because he can cover so much of the court.
There's an 8-year age gap between Errani and Vavassori, between Rajaonah and Roger-Vasselin.
This is very cheeky here.
There's a 22-year age gap. It's like work experience for her.
Okay.
32.
Bit of a big miss, that one.
A lot of pressure here. You've got Vavassori, who would be serving in the next game, which would be a game that Errani and Vavassori would be heavily favored in. So there's a lot of pressure here to try and get the hold, because it feels like virtual set done if they lose.
Well, good hands there from Roger-Vasselin, because it was the last split-second decision there. I mean, I don't think he premeditated moving there. It was just a reaction from his racket arm that at the last second. Good hands. Hit an out ball there, didn't he, Ryan? But he got away with it.
Felt like a big hold for France, that one.
Well, that ball was definitely sailing. That had trajectory that was going past the...
That was going to hit the fence.
Yeah. It looked like he thought about taking his racket away, and at the last second he was like, "No, let's just put it away. Maybe pad the stats a bit."
15. Circular.
Yeah, that first serve makes a big difference in this case, doesn't it?
14.
Biggest shot on the court, isn't it?
Yeah, up around the 200.
Oh, have that.
14-15.
Have another look at this. Sweet strike.
Game, Team Italy.
Italy back in front, though. They're a game away from the opening set.
Team Italy leads 5 games to 4.
Still no one is giving Flavio Caboli a hug. He looks so sad. He's sort of sitting apart from the rest of his team, punishing himself.
Well, he'll get over it. It's a tough loss to take, but join the reality club of men's professional tennis. There you go.
Oh.
He's okay.
I want to know what that conversation's about right now.
Me too.
He's a talent, though. I love watching. He's great to watch because of his shot-making ability. A lot of X factor there, isn't there?
Well, we were looking at his game, and, you know, he's so disciplined, and he's got such good shot tolerance, but he's also got the ability to do a lot of damage on the forehand side. And you're thinking, okay, you know, at his size, is he going to be more of like a point starter with the serve? And that's not the case. He can hit it up over 130, 35 miles an hour, which, having all those weapons, you just feel like with the Italian tennis push that they're having, he's going to put it together. I expect that this guy will be a top 10 player in short time.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
We're slowly progressing towards an exclusively Italian top 10, aren't we? Sort of Carlos Alcaraz and Italy.
You know what the cruel thing is? I'm going to say something you might perceive as a bit negative here, but if you're not in the top 5 players in the men's game, it's very difficult to win a major.
Well, I mean, you could say top 2.
Yeah, well, you could.
I'd say top 5 is generous.
I always try to be generous. Top 5. It's rare because you've got to win over 5 sets, and it's exponentially harder to beat the best players in the world over 5 than it is over 3. And then you've got to win 7 matches in a row, and at the business end, you're probably going to have to beat guess who.
Exactly.
So very difficult to do. Unless you're like Boris Becker in 1987, that's so long ago, who was... a great volley, by the way, by the youngster. You know, who was just a junior and came through at 17 and won Wimbledon. No one sort of knew a lot about him. Well, they did in Europe, for sure. But unless you're a rocket on the way north like that and you become a great player, if you've been on the circuit for a few years and you're not in the top 5, good luck winning a major. I wish there were more winners, actually. Bit of old school volleying there, beautiful. That brings a smile to my face, actually. But you know, I wish there were more winners. I don't know how you two feel, but I did love in the men's game the big 3. I love them building their legacies, all of that. But I still wish there were more winners. You know, a dozen at a time that win majors over a 10-year period, rather than a handful.
See, I've got a pretty strong stance on my thoughts as to why that doesn't happen anymore. I'll let them get to this point. In the last several years, the court speeds are slowing down a little bit and the balls have slowed down a bit, which means there's going to be more rallies and longer points. It's more physical than it was, I think, 25 years ago. Not that those guys in your era weren't physically fit, but I think that the physical nature of playing longer and longer points, you can certainly say that the average point length now is substantially longer than it was when we saw traditional serve and volley tennis.
Danger time here, by the way.
Yeah. But if you look at, just quickly wrap this thought, if you look at the way that the body has to develop from being a teenager to being in your early 20s to mid 20s, even the likes of Carlos Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner.
Mate, if there's someone out there called Carlos Sinner, we're in trouble.
We're in a lot of trouble. There's going to be, that blend would be lethal. If you look at the way that those guys, even a couple years ago, Novak at 35 years of age, he still won 3 majors, as those guys were still coming into their own physically. And obviously now they have such, and they've taken the mantle as the top 2 in the last couple of years. But, you know, late teenage years, they still weren't physically developed enough to challenge Novak. Now, of course, they are. You can see their physique is filled out. So even for those talents, it still took until their young 20s to actually become to do it.
Great volley, Kath.
Yeah, it was a good hold there. 30 all, bit of danger. Very calming presence on the court, isn't he, Roger-Vasselin, with all his experience. And now the Sara Errani serve.
Fitzy, how long can you hold your breath?
Not that long.
2 minutes, 3 minutes. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna, fingers crossed.
Well,
15.
the returning Sarah has to be aware when it goes down the middle. She has to have it in her mind that Vavassori is more likely, not definitely, but more likely to cross. Easy put away for him. Missed it.
15.
And you know, it's like it's pure reflex moving. It's like he almost can't help but move. He very rarely like pretends and then stays. He just goes.
He's really good with the timing of it. He waits until the returner is committed into the swing path, and once you start that motion forward, you can't typically change where you're going. You have to see them in your vision and your sight before. So that's where he times it up really well. He understands that sort of rhythm and when to go.
Backhand winner from Roger-Vasselin.
15-4.
It was some good hitting there, but I find it astounding that you can lob almost on the service line and you beat this guy. Like there were 2 lobs in that rally that only just landed behind the service line, and he couldn't get them because he's so close to the net. And what is he, 6'5"?
Yeah. Smash and grab from the French. a break, and they will serve for the opening set.
What a smile. She could be a star herself. Certainly a great point here. She did well, didn't she? Did everything right and used some good reflexes. That backhand volley was getting a little light towards the end, but you'd expect that. I mean, she's what a great smile that is.
Wonderful experience for her, this. Obviously, being from a Grand Slam nation comes with a huge amount of privilege, and you know, most players would kill for that, but it comes with pressures as well.
Yeah.
A young, talented player. Everyone's always looking for the next star, the next champion. We had Leolia Jean-Jean playing in the women's singles against Jasmine Paolini a short while ago, and I remember her being described as a phenom, you know, at a very young age, and she was expected to be the next French champion. It just didn't happen for her, not due to lack of effort, but, you know, there's no formula for this
There's
stuff.
no formula. There's so many reasons that either make you or break you, and it's an individual journey that you just have to try and work out yourself at the end of the day. Talent's one thing, resilience is a major part of it.
20-year-old Tenso Rakotomanga Rajaonah serving for the opening set against the best mixed doubles team in the world.
Catherine, you say that. Do you think that if they lose both the matches here, that would kind of be a changing of the guard in the mixed doubles game?
It'd be a dent in the reputation for sure, and I think that is top of Sara Errani's mind. I mean, we both saw how furious she was to suffer that one defeat a couple of nights ago.
Took it personally.
Yeah. She's got a lot of professional pride, Sara Errani.
Well, that's good. You can't hold that against someone if they're, you know, she's a competitive beast, really. You know, she doesn't like to lose, and there needs to be a bit of that in your personality, I think. She's growing in confidence here.
That was Bencic-esque, that backhand. Took it so early.
She needs first serves here against Vavassori, though. First serve wide, I believe. 3/4 wide. Open the can out wide. Can opener, Ryan? I think.
That would be the play to the one-handed backhand of Vavassori. Yeah. No, he's camped away. I mean, he's out. Yeah. Look how far outside he is there. That's
now he's going to get some weight on this return.
That's the furthest outside I've ever seen anyone. And I mean this question seriously, Fitzy. Have you ever seen someone further outside than that lineup we just saw?
Probably not on a tennis court. I mean,
maybe if it was a lines umpire out there.
You've seen line judges.
I remember standing a fair way back against a couple of big servers, but no, probably not that far. I think it's imperative she gets the first serve into him because it stops him getting on top early in the point. Look, she's. I agree with the learning process here, Kath. She's learning as she goes. She's reading the play well. She just didn't execute a couple of balls there. She went down the line at the right time at the end and just missed it, hit it long. But she's reading the play, learning when the guy's going to move and when he's not. So you're right, it's an incredible learning curve, and valuable.
1-0. Team Italy.
He really does commit to running around that backhand, doesn't he, Vavassori?
Well, I thought it was a great move, but I'm courtside here. Watch after this first volley how she backs up. Now that's where you lose the position there. She backed up about 4 or 5 steps as she's hitting that next volley, and it's hard to stay offensive when you're backing up like that.
I think you're right, though. In 2 years' time, she won't be backing up. Just get used to that speed. And transference of weight there would help a little bit too, I think. She's a bit stagnant, waiting for the ball to come to her there.
Initial reaction was that the serve was long, but not so. But no matter. 2 Sara Errani serves, 2 points the way of the French.
Et encore, allez. Et ça va, allez. Allez, Doul.
Paolini's back. She's just as much a supporter of Sara Errani's efforts as the other way around. She was there when Sara Errani and Andrea Vavassori won the US Open mixed doubles. They're a true team, those two. nice idea from Rajaonah. Fine margins.
Team Italy.
I saw that earlier and, well, frankly, I found it extremely creepy, so decided to try and ignore it.
Wow, that is a big mistake. In terms of winning this set, one step forward, you'd think she could have put some weight on that volley and put it away. Waited for it, went for the touch shot.
Yeah,
fraught
look,
with danger.
They might well come through this match, but they are not at the top of their games, the Italians.
Well, she was flat-footed there.
Oh,
Time out.
we have a red button. Pressed by the Italians. But of course, both teams will get the opportunity to have a little conflab with their captains and whoever else they fancy chatting to.
Tactically, you'd always do it on the opposition serve, right?
Errani wasn't happy when she got back to the bench. She had an interesting face toward the box that looked a little displeased.
Okay. Could have changed the course of history with that timeout.
I think it just goes to show that, you know, Vavassori and Errani, despite this match, you know, not being too advanced, they still have that competitive edge or trying to tick all the boxes.
That was close. He mishit that. I thought it was going to drop in.
He thought it was going to drop in as well.
Yeah. Actually hit it pretty well. Just a little bit of frame, and I thought that might get it to drop in.
Six all, 5 all. Couldn't be closer. Good cross from Vavassori. Gutsy stuff.
Well, it was the depth, wasn't it? Errani's ground stroke landed.
Timeout, Team France.
Retaliation. Tim Emmon did this the other day, a retaliatory timeout. He was so riled that the Japanese team called a timeout a couple of points earlier in the tie-break. Got his own back.
Would have been even better, I think, for the French if they'd won that point.
S'il retourne long, s'il retourne dans les pieds d'Errani, bah Edouard, c'est à Edouard retourner.
Good news is it's Errani serving, right?
I'm not putting that back in the air, Fitzy. I've cursed her with talking about it too much. I'm trying to be an Errani advocate.
Well, it depends if you're following the French or the Italians, mate.
I'm unbiased. I've put that hex on her too many times now.
6-all.
Clever play from the French.
You can cut the tension with a knife down here.
They're not in control of these points the way they're used to being, Errani and Vavassori, on the mixed doubles court. So 6-all. It's Sara Errani to serve next. A gift.
7-6, team is.
Of course, again, she actually picked the right way to go again, but just missed it.
That happens a lot, though, with Sara Errani's serve. It's so inviting. It's crazy how often the return is overhit and she gets gifted an unforced error off the return.
Well, she needs a first serve here, and I believe wide. First one wide in the court.
Crafted that point, didn't he, Vavassori?
By 7 games
Found
to
a
6.
gap down the line. Not their best set of tennis, but Errani Vavassori take it on the tiebreak, 7-6. Determined Sara Errani not to have a dip in intensity in this set.
Game, Team France.
Not sure what the idea was there for Andrea Vavassori, but a nice, comfortable hold for France to start the second set.
Sur tes jeux de service côté avantage, surtout, ne fais pas chier, fais que du slice. Franchement, il est bloqué en revers, et après, parce que s'il retourne en coup droit, il retourne mieux. Ne fais pas chier, et toi, tu prends le filet, tu prends vraiment le milieu, le filet.
Ouais, il faut qu'il ait de l'angle comme ça.
Non, mais justement, c'est pour ça que sur la première, c'est sur la première qu'il faut le faire.
Oui.
Parce que
après, une fois qu'il a le coup droit,
faut pas qu'il touche en coup droit.
Ouais.
Et même de l'autre côté, fais pas chier, fais tes slices, ils tournent bien, ils sont durs à retourner, ok? Allez.
Luca Pouille asking only for slice serves from the ad court.
Allez.
Miss-hit return there from Rajaonah. Allowed the Italians to take control of that rally.
I feel like she's on the verge, Rajaonah, to really play well, but she's just not quite mature enough yet to, in her mind, she knows what to play, just not quite strong enough and quick enough yet to do it. But there's an underlying knowledge and ability, I think, there, and that's how I read it. And yeah, I think it's an exciting future.
Must be a lot easier to get stronger and quicker than it is to learn those instincts.
I think so. Yeah. A little bit of an innate ability. Even that shot. So she took the speed off that ball, which was the right play because she couldn't hit it with any penetration, topspin from that position in the court. So she does the right thing, just drops it short, little slice. The opposition couldn't do anything with it. That's a tough one to get back there.
I think that there's, that locker room reputation that the French have of being extremely talented, extremely well taught. They typically have really good touch, really good hands, and you can see that with her game. She's got that natural flow in the way that she strikes the ball. It seems like she can manipulate the ball and maneuver it very well. The question will be, as you said, as she develops, can she find that consistency and that sort of shot discipline that you would typically get with age and maturity?
Yeah. So she's missed several of them in this, but it's the right play. If she comes in and hits that with heavy topspin deep, she's probably going to win the point. But she's attempting to play the right shot a lot.
Well, to me, the shot that you attempt, the reward has to be worth the risk. If you're trying shots that are high difficulty, but you won't even win the point necessarily, even if you pull it off, it seems like an unnecessary risk. And I feel like at the top of the game, you see players understand that balance of how to play discipline that's not going to get you in trouble.
Gee, he's hit that a few times.
Yeah. And of course, you'll be aggressive when the opportunity presents itself, but the aggression has to have a risk that's worth the reward and also a percentage of success that's worth the attempt.
Yeah. Look, I agree with all of that. I just think, though, that in those 2 years' time you're talking about, she'll make all of those shots, virtually all of them. And it won't be a big risk for her then because she'll be good enough to do it, I think. There you go. Well played.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The trick is there's those ups and downs on the learning curve. As a young player on tour, you're going to have a couple losses, and that's perfectly normal. It's about not letting those losses that are inevitable shake your confidence, and that's the trick as a coach. You have to try and instill confidence and belief even through the learning curve aspects of the game.
He doesn't go for that return very often.
No.
He loves to run around the backhand, but
and he needed a bit of luck, I think, to make this one. That's where she should serve. I mean, that's yeah, well played. Got to say, too good when he does it, but I'd be going there more often.
well, that is what Luca Pui was telling her to do. Oh, it's nice.
Well, he's going to make that 2 out of 10 times. He's going to make the forehand inside in 7 out of 10 times. The percentage of success is so much higher, as I was just saying. The risk reward there when he moves around the forehand. If you're in the Italian camp, you feel very comfortable and confident. That one, you're a little bit more holding your breath, see what happens.
I wanted to go there again. Okay, well, he came up with it too good. Maybe a bit more angle is what Lucas might have wanted.
Team Italy needs 2 games to
Break for Italy, setting 2-1 now.
Fitzy, there's always that saying that it's not a break until it's a hold, and I would say this is about as true of a situation for it's not a break until a hold as you could get on the tennis court. Oh.
so it's a child's dolly. And they have given it back. Not sure why it was ever not in the possession of the child in the first place, but I'm pleased it's no longer in my eye line, put it that way.
I love that energy there. So that's actually, that little girl is a part of the French team. That corner over there.
I see.
That's the family and friends camp for the French team. I'm not sure whose daughter that is. It could be Roger-Vasselin. I'll have to look at that, but definitely the French camp. You can see there. That's the team members of Team France.
Time.
I'm not sure that that's the safest thing to be doing with the doll. I'm happy that's a doll. She's playing house, and that's not the safest.
Not for the human, it's not.
No, but she, good control. Energy's up. I mean, she's in a groove too. She's dancing away. Even as the cameras have shifted back to the bench, this is making me quite happy.
Got more energy than Arthur Rinderknech after
Yeah.
his exploits earlier. Thought she'd made that for a
15.
moment.
See, to me, that was a good serve because it was deep and it was, and her serve skids through, so it stays low. It's not that easy to deal with in some ways, but when the serve goes wide, he was still covering the line, so she had to hit it perfectly there. Surely some of the French understand the Italian.
I think so, but he's just saying, if you do this and I do this, you do this, I do this.
With a signal behind his back.
Yeah.
Sneaky signals.
Yeah, at least they're not speaking behind tennis balls.
Yeah. It's annoying, isn't it?
That is silly. She's found a bit of confidence, Errani, hasn't she? Amazing what a service hold or two can do. "40 love." She's in dreamland. That was a 40 love shot, wasn't it?
I think so. But, if she's hitting a ground stroke at the back of the court, you never know when her partner's going to move. He's going to get cracked in the back if she goes across court.
They must win a fair few points just from Vavassori distracting the opponents. He's such a sort of frenzied presence up at the net.
Game, Team Italy.
So every time there she served wide,
Team Italy.
he faked and he stayed. So go across court. But preferably rather acutely across court if you can.
Fifth ace for the French team. Flavio Caboli still looking sad. We'll keep you updated. Just a second double for the French.
Fitzy, in the mixed doubles game, I think that one of the biggest things that Errani does that allows them so much success is her ability to return the male serve.
30-15.
Albeit that she can touch it, but she's able to handle that pace a lot better than most of the women, and she's not bothered by the power behind it. She's got a really good low base and a good physicality about her, so that's one of the things that gives them so much success.
Can't help thinking that every time the Italian team gets the ball deep and Vavassori's at the net, you should lob, because it's difficult from way back there to hit the ground stroke past him at the net. If you lob, it beats him if it's on the service line.
Game, Team France.
Edouard Roger-Vasselin steadying the ship for Team France, but Italy still in charge. Setting a break, 3-2.
Buono. Ragazzi. Buono, Sara.
No, ma dico, non danno risposta.
Time. Love 50.
He's served pretty well, hasn't he?
Yeah, better than in their previous match.
Thank
Thank you, Andrea, for
Confirming.
confirming.
In a way, Sarah Errani is a lot harder to lob because she's more conventional and backs up quickly. And her overhead's good. But Vavassori is like moving his body weight so close to the net usually that he's a bit more susceptible to the lob, even though he's much taller. Great serve.
Game, Team Italy.
He's got a beautiful wide serve on the juice court, doesn't he?
Team Italy leads 4-2.
He's been executing really well on that this afternoon. Up to the net he goes.
Well, this becomes a must-win game, doesn't it? A little bit of luck doesn't hurt, as long as it's good luck.
Did he earn that luck?
Well, he intended, didn't he? He was a bit fortunate, I think. I'm not sure it came off the middle of the strings, but clean living.
She's consistently going for that lob, isn't she, over Vavassori, Rajaonah?
Yeah, maybe he's trying to read it. He's reading it a bit now and not committing so much. He commits much more on his partner's serve in terms of how close to the net he gets. There you go. That's the serve she needs.
30.
Huge point for the French in particular. They're to find a way back into this match. She is annoyed with herself, Errani. She had time on that lob. She knows she could have done better. So these are big moments. Hard to see the French finding a way back if they're broken here. But a hold, and it's just a one-game gap, and the Errani serve to come. Sudden death.
Game, Team France.
Well, Errani's reaction tells you everything you need to know about that point. 4-3, it is, second set.
Non può rispondere sempre
La forza di una coppia è quella consapevolezza emozionale, non sempre mettersi in discussione, non sapere,
Time.
Team France's biggest supporter. Not one flag, but two. The doll has been discarded in favour of flags.
I think that might be Lucas's little girl. I'm pretty confident it
You
is.
think she's got skin in the game?
I think she was cheekily poking her tongue out at her dad there.
I think he does have a daughter of about that age, so that checks out. Rose, her name, apparently. Very cute.
Daughter of the captain.
She's just behind the service line. She could do some sledging here. When she hesitated on the first serve there, I wondered if she was thinking about going for the underarm, but she played two of those in the tiebreak 2 nights ago, and she didn't win either point. I think she might have lost a bit of confidence in that shot. We usually see a smattering from Errani over the course of a match.
Touch. 15-13.
His dad. It's a great shot.
Big fist pump from Vavassori there, right towards the Italian bench. Hasn't been as secure in those exchanges as we're used to seeing him, but that was a big one.
Well, that last forehand was there to be hit, wasn't it?
14-13.
Did a lot of hard work there.
This hold would be huge.
It almost seals the deal. 2 chances at it.
I wish she'd let us know how she's feeling, Sara Errani.
Well, she's really only got one serve possibility here. She can't flatten it out down the middle. It's going to curve from her right to left, somewhere in that half of the box, most likely. So the youngster here from France has to pick her spot. If she can hit in either alley, she's a good chance.
Great return.
Well, you live and die by the sword, Kath. if you're that close, it's just a flip of the coin. So great return when it really mattered.
Loved that she didn't go for a clean winner. It's so easy for your eyes to light up returning the Errani serve. You know where it's going. It's dollied into the box. You think, oh, easy. 4-all, on we go. Just another bit of evidence there that they're just not at the top of their game, Errani Vavassori. You'd usually back her to make those. She knows it. Good serving from Roger-Vasselin. 7th ace of the match for the French team.
That's just one of those experience misses, right, Fitzy? Just the moment, and having not been on this stage too many times yet in her young career.
Yep. Yeah, in a year's time, she'll bang that away for a winner, I would think. Just to me, she knows what she needs to do. Not quite at this speed and level yet, able to do it consistently enough.
Vavassori able to bring that big forehand to bear, carving out a break point at the spicy end of this second set. If they take this, then Vavassori would be trying to serve out the match. Where's he going to serve here, Fitzy?
I think wide, but
has to be wide.
Yeah.
He loves that wide serve too. He has a pronation action on his serve, so good bet there.
we lost the bet, right?
Well, I don't think that we're wrong in that bet loss because they got into a tough exchange, right? I mean, Vavassori is so good in those rally situations. They were fortunate. So even though we lost the bet, I feel like we should have been right.
Well, yeah, I think you'll go there more often than not, probably. But, you know, then you start thinking about what's the opposition expecting me to do. So you try to outmaneuver them mentally.
Still break point, sudden death juice.
Two good serves. That one at the body, perfect.
Great serving, France with the advantage in set 2, 5-4.
Allez. Allez, vous allez le briquer, lui.
Time.
Ouais, bien sûr. Bah, attends, elle va voler pas frapper, en fait, tu vois. Vous frappez sur elle, elle va la remettre, elle va avoir un deuxième coup, aussi, hein. Ouais.
So after having been right on the brink of a double break and a huge advantage in this second set, Errani and Vavassori now find themselves serving to stay in it. It is the Vavassori serve, and he has served well today. She thought it was in. Oh, nearly was. Looked a touch sluggish moving out to that wide, Vavassori. French team are looking very lively.
Throwing his weight around there at the net. Okay.
Loaded a bit of frustration into that shot, I think.
Let person. 40-50.
Gee, that's big. 200 Ks wide. That one measures a little slower than the one down the tee on the first court. So that's a big serve.
Yeah, he's got some big power in the locker when he wants to deploy it, Vavassori.
If he hits it at that speed down the middle here, Catherine, it'll register about 207.
Oh.
195. He didn't hit it as hard.
40-30.
Well, that was a really uncharacteristic miss from Vavassori. He's usually very secure overhead. Such a great athlete. He gets up to those slam dunks so well.
He thought he was Pete Sampras for a second and realised he wasn't.
All forgotten and all square in the second set.
5 games.
She's not short of the competitive gene, Sara Errani, is she?
So the French in the precarious position of needing to win this tiebreaker. And if so, followed up by winning a 10-point final set tiebreaker. So a bit of work and a bit of a hill to climb here for them.
Or they hold here and break the Errani serve.
Yeah.
30.
A hold here would...
I think it's a big move, isn't it, for them if they can actually hold this serve, because they're always a chance against.
Quite a big chance.
40.
Good hustle from the Italians in that rally. That shot there turned things around from Vavassori. Oh, that is lovely.
40-30.
Yeah, well, it's good composure too, because you keep your wits about you, you make the defensive volley, and immediately as you're making it, you're thinking about how you can move and intercept the next one.
Oh.
Deciding point.
Now then, that was an unforced error, big time, from Edouard Roger-Vasselin and from 40 Love. We are at deuce, and that, of course, is a break point as well as a game point. Huge moments right here on the Rajaonah serve. Stuff from Rajaonah and Team France. They've guaranteed themselves at least a tiebreak in this second set.
Il y a Fly Italia et on n'a pas Fly Air France pour l'instant. Mais allez, vamos.
Il y avait un mec qui était là. Hein? Ah ouais, ouais. Bah il peut pas, hein. Il a du mal à faire ça quand même. Ouais. Ouais, il faut t'arriver à garder.
Time.
Allez, encore. Allez, hein. Allez, tous les points, tous les points. Allez, c'est le début du jeu. Allez, allez.
Allez, 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 says Luca Pui to his team as they head out to try and snatch this second set from under the noses of the Italians. Every time you've felt like Errani and Vavassori might be in control of this match, have their teeth fully into it, they just let their grip loosen and the French snatch back control.
You never know which way this serve's going to go, though, do you? So always have your heart in your mouth.
You know what we haven't seen yet, Fitzy? An underarm serve from Errani.
She does that?
Oh, yeah. Usually on big points.
Well, I can understand.
Yeah.
You're inside my head, aren't you?
30.
Good start.
There's a big gap for him to hit into there, Roger-Vasselin. Vavassori had moved. Yeah, it was an opportunity. 40 love for Sara Errani. A hold to love for Sara Errani to take us into the tiebreak.
Tell you what, Ryan will be beside himself down there with exhilaration.
Guys, there was no other option. It was, of course, going to be the Errani hold to love all the way and the biggest moment. And you can see the energy. You know, Team Italy, they're giving it a laugh because they know that, you know, that was a crunch time moment. That's a pivotal game, and that's a tough game to hold for anyone serving at 5-6. The Rocket gets the hold to love.
It's a shame that the speed gun out here is in kilometers per hour, because I always feel like the the point of the underarms, if the Sara Errani serve is really underlined when it's in miles per hour, and the number begins with a 5.
Yeah, it's a saviour in Australia. It's in kilometres per hour, yeah.
Yeah, just sort of inflates the ego.
Looks better than what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every now and then, she hits a serve that doesn't register on the speed gun. Those are my favourite.
Very good hands there from Vavassori.
1-0.
Pete Sampras impersonation again, Vavassori.
Well, that's where he's not going to hurt you as much, when especially when he's on the back foot on that one-hander. Not as effective as his forehand.
Yeah, it's rare to see him hit 2 backhands in a row. Usually backs himself into that corner and starts hitting forehands through the backhand corner. Die-hard Italian fans really stuck around. Good for them. Where's the woman with the pizza hat? Fast twitch from Vavassori up at the net. You like that.
Well, this point here is you'd expect to be quite telling. The last one possibly on Sara Errani's serve. If she can get that point under her belt, then they're in good shape.
You know, when you're at the net in doubles, sometimes the first couple moves you make can play a part in the match for a bit. And there was just a couple times in that previous match where Vavassori made the wrong move and they were getting him on the sides that he was picking. It seemed to really get in his head a little bit the last 20-30 minutes or so on the Errani serve. He seems like he's reading it really well, and he's drawing the ball towards him, and he's getting a lot of plays on that first volley.
Come on now, Sara. This could be the last chance for an underarm serve. Treat us. perhaps harder than it looks, that volley, Fitzy?
Unsure. He's made a few that look very similar, hasn't he? But, gee, that was a big moment because a 5-2 lead, you'd think, would be almost insurmountable.
Thank you.
She shakes off disappointment very well, Rajaonah, doesn't she? And regroups. Got a real steel about her. I like it. Ace number 8 for France.
Well, they won't go away, will they? Been down the whole match, but there's still a live chance here.
Two big serves coming up here for Andrea Vavassori. And Flavia Gaboli still looks sad.
You're going to depress the poor guy.
I think that job's already been done. Very secure from the Italian.
Paolini, on the other hand, that girl lives with a smile on her face. It's just infectious.
What a vibe she is. Well, that one was tougher than it looked.
6-5.
It hung in the air for so long.
Fitzy, this is so interesting. I have to ask you, when a ball's coming straight down like that, would you let it bounce?
Probably. That was not an easy ball because it was coming straight down, wasn't it?
Yeah,
from a great height.
A ball that's, you know, got an arcing trajectory that's going out is so much easier to hit an overhead on than a ball that's just been, looks like it was dropped out of a plane, just coming straight down.
Well, it's coming faster, and you've got the timing is harder. But Sarah Errani let them back into that point a little bit. Probably could have done more with her smash, and then the drop volley was a little inviting. He hits that one well, doesn't he?
Sure does. Set point saved. On we go.
If they get this point here and Sarah Errani has a match point on serve,
oh, don't.
Odds of an underhand there.
I've seen her do it before.
To win the tie.
I've seen her do it to win the Billie Jean King Cup.
So there's
is that right?
A chance.
I missed that. Wow.
She did it. I can't quite. I don't think it was match point in the US Open final, but it wasn't far off.
Which they won in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, probably just as good a chance to win with an underarm serve.
No, she loves to pull out in a moment that's like a viral moment. I think that would just be poetic for her. I'm calling it, if Italy wins this point, she'll go for it.
All right.
Just having it confirmed that it was on championship point at the US Open.
Gee whiz.
And if you watch it back, the noise I made in that moment is audible on the video. We're going to find out.
It's coming. I've got just a funny
Ryan
hunch. It's coming.
He's begging for this to happen, isn't he?
I'm nervous.
It is match point.
It is match point. Sorry, Errani.
And it's 2 at Roger-Vasselin, which I think would be the right time to do it, right? To try and get it a little change up.
She's thinking about it. We're all thinking about it.
Set match, Team Italy.
Big smiles
7-6
from Sara
7-6.
Errani. Big celebrations from Andrea Vavassori. Team Italy have their second consolation prize of the day. They do win the tie over France. There's no quarter-final place for them, but there is plenty of pride for Sara Errani and Andrea Vavassori. They get to leave Perth with a winning feeling. 7-6, 7-6 for them in the mixed.
Congrats. Good luck for the season. Congrats. Good luck for the season.
Thank you.
Well, a great performance, but now I feel shortchanged, Fitzy. Ryan promised me an underarm serve on championship point, and I didn't get one.
Yeah, he set us up for a tough feeling there, didn't he, in the end, Ryan?
Well, he's going to interview them. Maybe he can quiz them about why it didn't come. And that was Flavio Cobolli looking slightly less sad. So,
well, the Italians have a win here.
yeah, job done. I'm pleased for them. They were so gutted when Cobolli lost that opener against Rinderknech, and that defeat meant they had no chance of qualifying for the quarterfinals. They really were deflated. So it's a great hustle, a great regroup from them to come back with Paolini winning the singles, and then Errani Vavassori with the win in the mixed. And their reward is going to be a chat with Ryan Harrison, who is waiting for them to complete their celebrations. There's a lot of members of Team Italy that need high fives and hugs. Here we go. Ryan's with the winners.
Guys, congratulations. What a match that was. The energy, the drama at the end. It was so exciting. Walk us through that last tiebreaker. What was the energy like?
Yeah, we tried to put all the energy we had. It was not easy. We had many golden points that we couldn't win in the second, and was tough to stay there, but stay there with Andrea is easier.
Well, you guys are certainly one of the top mixed doubles teams, if not the top mixed doubles team. When did you guys meet? Your chemistry is so good. Have you known each other since you were children or since your young age?
No, unfortunately no, because we have different ages, but I think was... like for me, I'm really lucky to play with Sara. She's an amazing person before the player she is. So it's a lot of fun. We try to play every tournament possible in mixed doubles, and we are really sorry because we wanted to go further. This group, we are such a great team. We have great friendships between each other. So let's see. We always love to play United Cup. So we for sure come next year.
Yeah, well, everybody here, regardless, loved watching you guys. And Sarah, I have to ask you, on some really big points, you've been really successful with the underarm serve. Was there any possibility that you were going to bring it out there for that match point?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Maybe missing the first serve. Probably was from down, so but was better like that.
Well, I was sitting there on the court side, and I was thinking it might be coming, but regardless, incredible match, you guys. We all loved watching you, and enjoy the rest of the week. Good luck at the Australian Open.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good man, Ryan, asking the important questions. Love it. If only she'd missed the first serve.
Oh, dear.
They're good fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good fun. They love their tennis, don't they? And you can see it meant a fair bit to the French team too. They're a little down there.
I quite like to see that.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, it's important because it means we all know what it means. It means a lot to them. And That's what you need to be successful ultimately.
There's the woman in the pizza hat. She deserves a prize. Someone find a prize for her. Face paint and a pizza hat. Her prize is a Sara Errani selfie and autograph. Quite right too. Can't believe she didn't get the hat signed.
She's going to get a photo. She requested one.
Confirmation of the result and the numbers. 89 points to 76. Felt closer than that. But no doubt about the winners today. They gutsed it out. Not their absolute best tennis, but it can't always be. They'll be aiming to peak in about 3 weeks' time at the business end of the Australian Open. So that's what we've seen today. Day 5, just the one session, just the one tie today before quarterfinal action tomorrow. Heartbreak for Flavio Cobolli as Artur Rinderknech came back to win 7-5 in the third. Brilliant victory for him at the start of this season, but a heartbreaking one for Italy because it meant that they were out of the tournament. No chance of progressing. All the more impressive then that Jasmine Paolini came back with that singles win over Leolia Jean-Jean, and what we've just seen from Errani and Vavassori with a win in the mixed. And confirmation of our qualifiers here in Perth for the quarterfinals. Team Greece, Team Switzerland, Team USA, and as the best runners-up across the 3 groups, Argentina also progressing through to the last 8. So stars everywhere you look tomorrow. Day 6 here in Perth, the final day of action here in Western Australia before we move on to the semi-final stages in Sydney. It is USA against Argentina in the day session. Coco Gauff against Maria Sakkari. Taylor Fritz against Stefanos Tsitsipas. And then Gauff and Christian Harrison take on Sakkari Tsitsipas in the doubles. Yes, please, to that lineup. Going to be a corker. And in the night session, Team Switzerland and player captain Stan Wawrinka are in action. Belinda Bencic has been the MVP in Perth so far this week. She's been awesome. Can she keep that up against Solana Sierra, the women's #1 for Argentina? Then Sebastian Baez, what a revelation he's been. He'll take on the veteran Stan Wawrinka, playing in his last season of professional tennis. Enjoy him while we can. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow evening. Join us for more United Cup action from Perth tomorrow. What a day it has been. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.